But Rob says he likes making fun of guys. We're talking about, oh, you're not keeping your frame or whatever. You're like leaning over or some shit like that, and that somehow shows weakness or whatever. But then Rob posts a pretty funny pic. I don't know if anybody here knew this. Women tend not only to be shorter than the average man, but they tend to, especially on dating profiles or what have you, like, men, they must, I prefer taller men. Men must be taller than me, all this stuff, even if they're 5, 10, 6 foot, what have you, you know. And it's a picture, he's posting pictures. He posted pictures of guys, kind of bending over to kiss their women. They're standing straight up. He obviously has to lean over because, again, taller than her. It's like, yeah, but keep your frame. And there you go. I think one of them was just a wedding picture. The other one was just, I think they're in plain clothes or something. That was the last I heard of that. But, yeah. Just all this bullshit that people like to put out, a real man, does this. A real man does that. A real man suns his butthole and retains his semen and eats his cornflakes, And he has a notch count of 100 and all of its 9s and 10s. And by the way, we're going to put out 8 videos on, on everyone else that's out there doing stuff and only tangentially talks about you. I talked about this last week, so I don't need to hit on it too much. But whoever the fuck runs the 21 Studios thing, I had another video out, and I actually listened to it because it wasn't 3 fucking hours long. There's no one to listen to a fucking 3-hour long Hatester Fest. I ran out of Irish cream because I forgot to pick some up last night. So my coffee is a little bit darker than it usually is. Yes, I'm still drinking my afternoon coffee because fuck waking up in the morning if I don't have to. This one was only like 20, 25 minutes, so I figured I'd give it a listen. And what was it? The title was, it was clickbait, obviously. What was it? Because Diamond Sharp is holding some convention about, what was it? Convention for Masculine Excellence. And everything was like, what was it? God, what the fuck was it again? Hang on. Go to my library. Yeah, sorry, Red. Red Sings the Blues is live. I don't think I'm going to be on this long, so it shouldn't matter too much. Oh, 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Make sure I have that turned down. All right. Yeah, they're monetized. They have ads. I'm not going to bother giving them the watch time to give them money for. I'm also not going to. I'm not going to. Not going to dislike it. It's just because all that does, and Red himself said it. It just gives them more attention. I suppose I commented on it later. I might post that later today or tonight or something. If I haven't posted whatever the hell got me a strike on Instagram again, I'll post that later. Yeah, here it is. Conference of Masculine Excellence, aka the clown friends of effeminate fraud selling. I'm not kidding. Yeah. Read this shit for yourself. It's not as bad. And now that I think about it, just seeing a glare back from the back screen, I need to turn I need to turn this browser to the dark mode like everything else. Not Russian X texted me. Okay, yeah. It's like, I got time for this shit, really? I mean, I'll post about that later. Follow me on Instagram at the goddamn bacon. It's been busy here, you know. I haven't had time to put up, hit pieces on anybody. First of all, I mean, like, somebody for me to do that to. I mean, if I got a problem with you, I'm just going to fucking tell you that I have a problem with you. Or I'm just going to fucking not listen to you and move on. I mean, I did that with, I didn't even have a problem with Michael Deacon. Well, he has a YouTube channel here I used to follow, but whatever reason, his higher ups, quote unquote, didn't want me to be part of a show anymore. So I just went ahead and left. Gary Dino, same thing. Him and the Third Man Militia, half of them had a fucking problem with me. So, fine. I went off and did something else. I rarely bring them up to this day. The only reason I'm bringing them up is in context of something. I mean, I'm not out here putting out fucking hit videos on people. Just for bullshit. I don't have the fucking time. I certainly don't have the motivation. I don't know. And like I said in that comment is, one, they're living rent free in your mind. Two, you have the motivation to do this while they're, like they only talk about you, not even in name, like just the shit you're doing. Not even criticizing your name, they're criticizing your actions. And number three, you're saying this shit because you're on the fucking internet. You're saying this shit because you're on YouTube. You would never say this shit to Terrence Popp's face. You would never say this shit to Donovan Sharp's face. You would never say this shit to Eric Clary's face. And you sure as fuck wouldn't say that shit to my face, especially if you knew who the fuck I used to be. And so all this fucking hatred masturbation you fucktards are doing, go ahead and do it because you're safe on the internet doing it. Let me exit out of that. Kind of pissed that I even gave him the fucking click twice. And I just wanted to listen to me just to hear him out. Because I guess, if I'm going to criticize someone, I at least want to hear what they have to say. I wasn't going to listen to that 3-hour fucking thing. They even had 20 minutes. I'm glad I had other shit going on in the background because otherwise I would have been pissed that I spent my time fucking doing that. How's everybody doing today? Today, as I am, I've got to go to work later. More on that coming up. It's National Beer Day, so everybody crack open a beer, even though, like the hardcore, carnivore and masculine people say don't drink beer because it gives you man tits. Go crack up 2 beers a day just to piss them off. Kind of want to crack one now, actually. You know what? Do this to piss them off even further. Make sure it's an IPA, even if you don't like an IPA. Crack a fucking IPA. Because just regular beer that'll give you man titties, dude. The IPA, oh my god, man, you're gonna get double D's. It's clear you can see, my beer drinking ass. I clearly got double D's going on here. Oh, fuck. It's also, what is this? Seattle Rock Day. The 99.9 KSW is, they're putting on a production for that and they're running like a raffle or something like that. Oh yeah, another thing. All the carnivore health guru fitness experts are like, don't drink tap water. And the tap water kill you. It's got chemicals and fluoride and all this shit. It all won't kill you, but just because it won't kill you outright doesn't mean it's bad for you. Okay. Drink some tap water in between sips of those IPAs, boys. Just to piss all of them off. For work related, I guess we'll get into that. Yeah. So I drive for a living. I drive shit around. I like to drive things around, not people. And before everything shut down, I mean, it sounds like it's an easy job, but then when you factor in the environment, I mean, Seattle is. Hang on a second. Yeah, it was literally like one of the worst cities to actually commute in. You think about cities that are hard to communicate or commute and drive in and all that stuff. I'm sure LA, which is where I'm from, comes to mind. New York City is also notorious for it. I'm pretty sure everyone here is on the East Coast. Of course, you think of New York City. And I don't know. What are the other cities that could be named the East Coast that suck to drive in? I think I heard about the the I-95 corridor. What's up, Dark? Hey, Dark, you going live later tonight? I know Nick August. Hey, everybody, check out Nick August. He's finally going to be back on his show, Let 'Em Burn. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I think Dark he goes live on Thursdays too. He's around. He goes live around. What was it? 9:30 Eastern Standard. 6:30 Eastern Standard or Pacific Standard. What's up, Wade? Oh, Wade knows who's Nick August was. He was on one of Nick's shows. Cool. Yeah, thanks for joining. All right, cool. There we go. We got our answer. Cool, perfect. I'll have something to listen to while I'm driving around. Which is what I was talking about. Usually when I'm listening to Dark Show, I'm listening to Nick shows or Terrence Pop or Mexican Geek that had a premiere last night with who was it? Juliet Miranda and David the producer. I think they also have I think they do on Monday nights or whoever it is. I forgot. I need to put that back in the bathroom. Usually I'm driving around. I'm going to pick up something or and drop it off, whether it's food or it's like medicine or alcohol or whatever it is. I'm just gonna leave that up there. Obviously I'm delivering to customers and they have the ability to tip, and I wanted to wait until the whole experiment last night and some of the other info I get last night so I could kind of talk about this. So I made sure I was completely informed about what I was talking about before I go on to run my mouth about it. So a big part of my income is whatever I get paid, whatever I'm doing. There's obviously there's bonuses they offer. Like if it's busy or there's inclement condition. Like there was a snow day I talked about a month or two back. Back when A-Dub the girl that moved up here with her quote unquote love of her life, where she literally moved up here to Washington State, not too far away from me. Oh yeah, that's right. He's gonna do that with the light. Yeah, I'm interested on hearing that. Cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah, Dark Light Dugan. That's his channel. Um, Go check him out. Um, yeah, there was that snow day. For whatever reason, she drove to the city that's literally like the halfway point between, where I live and where she lives, and she made it a point to fucking message me. He was like, hey, like, where do you live? I guess she just kind of made a wild ass guess. Um, she just guessed a little bit incorrectly. Which, like I get, what, you drove halfway, whatever. I could drive halfway, so we can meet. But it also happened to be the fucking week where we had, like a bunch of snow. And whenever you have fucking snow up here, there's a shit ton of money to be made, doing that. So I was like, okay, I have the opportunity to go, go ruin this woman for her now, quote unquote, life living, whatever, what have you. Now, by the way, Vince, if you're fucking listening to this, I noticed you somehow fucking found her. I don't know if you found her because I talked about her or whatever. He liked what was it, her latest post? What was it about? About the whole mask thing and like kind of where it started and why it started, all that stuff. I'm not gonna say the whole thing just to not give her away because I don't want to make her completely public or anything. But apparently he found her. So I don't know. Maybe what I had to say about her piqued his interest, and he's gonna go after her at some point. He's gonna go call at her or something. I don't know. That a choice between like going out to spend a few days with her, like at basically a halfway point there, or go out and make the goddamn way I did. And guess which one I fucking chose? I went and made the fucking money. And you know what people did when they did that? It's kind of bring it back to the point I was trying to make. Dude, they fucking paid me to do it. Not just a company contract out for, although that was pretty substantial. But the people themselves, they added in money, just because. I mean, for somebody like me who actually learned how to drive in ski country, it's not all that it wasn't all that bad, although you take into account that Seattle's built, mostly on fucking hills. That alone comes with its own risk. I still remember the first hour or two that it snowed. I was actually listening to Red Evening. They'll be live tomorrow. Fuck. Actually, it'll be midnight Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Local time here. Rob says and Jack Napier are the host of those shows. I was listening to them at the time. I actually stayed into work a little bit later than I normally do because I'll do a Friday show. Yeah, that first hour or two, like it was the weirdest thing because it was basically it was hot enough that it was hot enough, but the snow was heavy enough that, not to get too technical, but the snow was heavy enough that it was sticking, but the roads were hot enough that it was kind of melting. So you had this weird ass fucking. You had these weird fucking conditions where, like, the snow was like actually slippery, more slippery than usual. Usually, when it's cold enough for it to be snow out, it'll actually stick and it'll freeze. So if you had decent tires, which I literally had just gotten, specifically for this kind of thing, and for other reasons. One of the major reasons being that, fuck, I kind of need new tires. Just like even I'm fucking sliding around in this shit. I'm like, holy shit, this is a weird fucking show. After which it was, and in the following few days it was fine. I was able to drive around just fine, but I mean, it's understandable. I mean, especially if any of you guys have driven in Seattle. Like, it's understandable why like it was one of the worst goddamn cities because nobody out here fucking knows to drive unless they are fucking paid to do it. Save for maybe some of the few people who moved up here in the recent months who are from LA. You know, that's one of the things about LA. You know, at least back then, it was hard to fucking get anywhere because everybody was on the fucking road. You know, it's known for being a car commuting city. But at least the people there at least act like they have somewhere to be. They drive like they have somewhere to be. Seattle definitely is not like that. It's still not like that, even though there's not as much traffic out there as there used to be. I mean, so not only, you know, if you get paid to drive out there, not only you get compensated pretty well for it, why do you think I drive out there? But you know, people they would understand, you know, you're going out to get shit for them so they don't have to leave, you know, their house or, you know, their job or, you know, whatever. What? Who's fucking texting me now? Oh. Seven terrible habits that stunt your growth. Thomas Sharp, who apparently is the most hated person. He's the biggest fraud ever as far as what was it, 21 Studios or 21 Convention or whoever the fuck it is goes. And honestly, I'm giving these guys too much prep. You know, I'm giving them too much advertisement just even mentioning them. I guess he's got to do a video out now. He hasn't done anything. Well, last time he did something live, he got kicked off of YouTube while he was doing it. While Chris Von Erich was talking about the people who were hating on him, he got his channel back. Obviously, good for him. Yeah. Yeah, usually people pay it, but I mean, it's not me. I'm not really complaining about it. And for you guys who are listening, though, maybe I'm missing something here. You know, let me know in the comments in the live stream or comment after this video finishes uploading to the YouTubes. You know, but I get a increasingly number of people who order you know, through the services that I contract for. They don't leave anything. And that's one thing I like about it. You know, like the old contractor that I had, you know, basically they would tip you, you know, for your time and effort. You know, especially if you're driving through snow or heavy rain or traffic or fires or fucking riots, mind you. This is the goddamn city that had its own fucking occupied zone and was world famous for it. That I literally had to pull runs in and out of. You know, or take orders and actually deliver them inside of these zones. Like I had to fucking do that. Hell, after that that interview we did with Chris over at The Path Unknown, go check him out. I think he had a video up today. I'll check that out on the way to work. Or actually, no, I won't because I'll be listening to Nick August. I'll listen to it later tonight. You know, after that, you know, I suited up and I usually leave for work, you know, around maybe around this time. It's a little bit after 4, 5, 6 o'clock, something like that. You know, it's 30, 40 minutes to get there. And I'll go work there for 5, 6 hours. So I'm gonna go to midnight, unless it's Friday or Saturday, which I have shows. So I leave around, you know, 9 or 9:30 or 10 o'clock. You know, maybe even a little bit later. You know, if the money's worth it. Well, usually it's not busy. Usually it dies down pretty quickly around that time, so it's fine for me to leave anyways. You know, but I get there like at 9 o'clock or so, and They're like the second place I delivered to, was guy who wanted to meet me outside or whatever, and there's a security guy who walked up and asked me like why I was parked there, which is fine. And he saw the getup that I wear, like all the armor and weaponry and other gear and all that stuff. And so he asked me, like you have this on, like just in case things start to kick off. I'm like, yeah, like what made you think of that? And he's like, yo, there was a goddamn jogging procession that almost got really fucking crazy. SPD had like 7 or 12 something cruisers show up. A bunch of people that were like throwing rocks and stuff. Like ended up getting arrested, taken out. Like they literally just dispersed from that area I was driving in. Like literally, less than 5 minutes before I pulled up there. So yeah, that's one of the fucking occupation hazards that I get to deal with. So you would think, and for my customer base, for the better part of it, I don't want to say the vast majority more, hence, I wouldn't be doing this video. But the majority, they do. Whatever it is, I've got stories about that. Most of them, they'll pay me a little bit of extra, to go out and basically make their lives easier. But there's been an increasing amount of this customer base that does it. And for the most part, what I've noticed, sometimes it's let's just say people that are native to this country, not just Native Americans, but just native regardless of your skin color. I could tell because of the names. Most of them, I could tell they came off the boat from a certain country over in Asia, over in South Asia, where a lot of them wear dots on their heads. That's why I titled this that. Now, to be clear, and I had somebody from this certain country, I had a couple from this certain country just last night that I delivered a run to. I was from there, that actually paid before my time. So it's definitely not all of them, but the vast majority of ones that don't pay me for my time all seem to come from that particular background and work for a particular company up here that has a that I actually am a paying member of that, a lot of people want to call evil or whatever, and probably is. I don't know. For me, the benefits for me personally outweigh they outweigh the cons of not going with this certain company. A lot of them don't. Man, there's a couple reasons I kind of take umbrage as far as this goes. For one, if you're working for this certain company, I got a little bit of confirmation on that one, more on that in a moment. You either make enough money to be paying to live in Seattle, which I don't know if you do this, even with the drop in real estate, not exactly a cheap place to live. It's also not a place I want to live, but that's just me. That's a pricey goddamn place to live. I even got confirmation on this. This is like, and I've started to do this because look, So I'll get into the reasons. Like this is like I'll only take a certain amount of those before I just start turning them away. Like I'll either reject it outright or I'll get it, just to see if it's okay. Because sometimes, people like they won't tip or they won't tip or pay you through the app, but they'll pay you cash or they give you something else. That's how I got. I do. I'm sure everyone does this, or at least I hope everyone who listens to this does this. And do the laundry or whatever, they have to go to a laundromat or they have indoor washer dryers or something. We have laundry on site here. You pay with quarters. I've had people tip me quarters and they'll be apologetic about it. Sometimes, like, I'm sorry, this is all I have or whatever. Like, first of all, dude, like, the fact you gave me anything alone, I mean, that I'm appreciative of. And after that, like, you give me a goddamn dollar, I'll be fucking happy. There's the fact that you actually do something, but hell, quarters, like, fuck, you just paid for my goddamn laundry for like the next 2-3 weeks. Like, yeah, so sometimes I'll take those and then I'll look and like, okay. The guy's name is clearly from this fucking country. And that's okay. Here's all these fucking instructions. Like, okay, I'm not going to see his guide personally. By the way, you ordered $100 worth of fucking food, and you want me delivered to clear across the fucking city. And by the way, I know you know where the fuck this place is because you've ordered here multiple times. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna sit by this restaurant and I'm gonna fucking just unassign myself from it. Now, okay, let somebody else fucking bring that to you. Maybe that makes me a bad person. First of all, I don't care. In fact, you know what? What I've noticed, especially after I started getting more selective about this, is that shit costs me money. Let's bring up another example. Anybody know who Chad Elkins is? ElkinsCPA.com. I think this next year he's just going to be doing just business tax returns. So I don't know. I was actually going to hit him up at some point. Just have him do it, just to throw some business his way. Dark, I think you have like a business or you run some business. Go to ElkinsCPA.com. But he noticed. He started talking about this, and I started noticing a lot of the same things. Even though we're in completely different industries, you always have like those problem clients. And so what I mean by that is they make it harder to do your job, and then the payout generally isn't even worth it for the amount of time, the amount of hassle you have to go through. He started noticing that, and he started getting more selective. There's kind of the ones that ended up being easy. It ended up being paying more. I started noticing the same thing. It was the people that like ended up paying me the most. On top of whatever they were in. Buying anything in Seattle is not cheap by any means because Seattle is, Seattle. But, I noticed that myself because I've ordered out there. But fees are not all that bad. The ones that ended up paying more, they do a lot to make it sound like, okay, we'll meet you at the corner. They have pretty well written instructions. In fairness to some of the other ones, they also do. Those I'll consider picking up, just because they made my job easier. But it's the ones that pay that actually make your job a little bit easier to do. Or maybe you are like they actually show gratitude that you took the time to do all this stuff for you, whatever. Like they're a lot more appreciative and they're a lot more helpful in supporting and facilitating me getting what they wanted to them. That's one. Number two, there's an opportunity cost and delivery to these. I've noticed that when I start getting the bunchies, like okay, tipping. I'm not taking that one. And then right after, I'll get one. That not only pays more, but is easier to get to. Because that's the thing about like you get paid to move. You get paid to move shit. And so the faster, more efficiently you can move shit, the more you get paid. And doing that is something I'm very good at. And I mean, quite frankly, the ones to pay, they make it a lot easier to move shit a lot quicker. So I'd rather move shit for them. Okay, here you go. Here's an example. Here's the reason I did that thumbnail. It was this receipt. I mean, you're not going to really be able to see it. Now this is from McDonald's, specifically the McDonald's that's over in Seattle Center, just a block or two away from the Space Needle. I mean, yes, McDonald's is not all that expensive, but not cheap as far as fast food goes by any means. By the way, a pretty busy one, especially since it's one of the only ones in town. There's another one that's in downtown proper, and let's just say if anybody knows Seattle knows Third Avenue. That's one of the roughest areas to be in. I'll just put it that way. In fact, that's where a lot of studying and brave marching sessions end up going down for whatever reason. I don't know. I was literally at this McDonald's when one of those jogging sessions went down. But they close at like 8 or 9 o'clock, so that's the only one that's in the area. So I had this order, and it's got a whole bunch of shit. And again, I'm glad the company or the companies that I contract with, and based on they tell you what you're going to be paid, and obviously they can tip you afterwards. I've had that happen a couple times. Hence why I'm willing to quote unquote take the risk or whatever. Yeah, you look at there's like this huge fucking order and there's like nothing on there. I'm like, all right, this is what I took a risk on. And so I go through, first of all, the damn, the drive-through is around the goddamn building. So I'm already wasting my time doing that. Just sitting there, burning gas and all that stuff. Wasn't the longest. It was maybe about 10 minutes. But again, that 10 minutes is another 10 minutes I could have been spent doing literally anything else. So whether paid or not. So I finally get this sorted. It wasn't that far away. That was another reason I went ahead and took it. And if it's fairly easy, I'll probably just go ahead and take it. That's fine. I mean, at least I'm getting paid whatever token amount it is. And here's the thing about this, just to give further context, is the way McDonald's operates these days, and a lot of places they do these days. They give you the orders in there, everything is still in there. Shake Shack does this. Pretty sure Five Guys does this. A lot of the chains, probably In and Out, whatever. Everyone they're known for giving you like burgers or sandwiches, fries and drink or shake or whatever the fuck it is. but it's all sealed in like one bag, like one big ass bag. Now, I for one question this because I don't like I've been like this since the beginning. Like I don't like mixing shit that's hot and cold. Like I'll try to separate it when I can. To keep the hot shit hot, the cold shit cold. Hey, Mictavus. Hey, Mick. Mictavus. Nick August is going to be live later, so I'll see you there. And I also check this guy. Oh. But whatever. So they seal that up, and I guess they make it like tamper proof or something. Apparently, like I heard Amazon Amazon got in trouble for this. By the way, in case it was wondering, that was a company I was hinting at. A lot of these, let's just say, dot Indians that they don't pay you to make their lives easier. It's who they end up working for. Hey there, Steven! Not Stefan. Do not offend him by saying his name is Stefan. It's Steven. Like it's a V. There's a dirty joke I want to throw in there about pH levels and something women have that empowers them that starts with the letter V, but I'll let that go. But yeah, I get this story. I spent 10, 15 minutes just sitting there burning gas and looking at whoever the hell is walking by with a goddamn face diaper on or two face diapers on. If I get my order, I go to I go to drop it off. Again, pretty large order, but and usually I don't have this problem there. Everything is sealed in with like one big ass bag. I get there. And this is a building like you can't really get into. It's one of those buildings that makes it a royal pain in the ass. So like everybody, anyone who orders from there usually just comes down. And the lady comes down. By the way, not dot Indian, so it's not just them. We go down there and she gets ordering. Like she looks at us like, "Are you? Is this it?" And go like, "Yeah, that should be it." And I kind of give her the run like, "Look, that's how they deliver that's how they package their orders. Usually everything's in there, whatever." This time everything was out there. It was like, okay, like the Drace, whatever, all her drinks, and they'll come and look. I was like, God, here, I've got the fucking list here. Hang on. And I noticed because it was like a bunch of bills. Like, again, she's ordering for like a fucking, like for a fucking party of people, basically. There's at least 5 or 6 people there. Yeah, here we go. Shamrock Shake. A vanilla shake. Oreo McFlurry. Oh, what the hell else is on there? A strawberry banana smoothie. And then there was the fucking meals, where there's like sodas and shit in there. Now, apparently they put that in a separate bag, but they didn't give me that one. Because then, their bags are only so fucking large. So then I have to go back and, I end up having to go back to that, and by the time I get there, it's another 3, maybe 5 minutes to get there. I have to catch all but like 30 minutes of the first, getting up at 4:30. It's my ability to join his late night streams. Oh, okay. Hey, Steve, you on the East Coast? Time zone you in? But now I have to commute back over there again. Now I'm spending my time, and also my damn gas, which is a business expense by nature. And then I get there and the line is even fucking longer than it was before. Now I spend another 15, 20 minutes and I have to explain, hey, I had to grab this receipt. It has an order number assigned to it. I say, hey, it's for this order. You guys missed the trace, They fucking get it. And I have to drive all the way back over there, and call her again to get her the rest of this shit. And this I have to shut down my app, or whatever, to actually go and do this basically side mission that I'm not getting fucking paid for. I mean, again, maybe I should have checked before, but given how they do things there, I'm going to go ahead and give myself a pass on not catching that. I mean, so this whole fucking order, which I got paid some token minimum to fucking run, that took 35, 45 fucking minutes, where I could have done 2, maybe 3 goddamn runs that got paid 3, 4, 5 times as much. Then I'm having to do this fucking bullshit. And for what? For somebody who's not even paid me for my fucking time to do this shit. And so why the fuck would I actually want to prioritize or even run these goddamn orders? And that shit I did. I've got another story about that, but I'll save that for another time. Just spoiler alert. Dick's Drive-In, go fuck yourself. I'm never ordering from you fucking assholes again. You and Blue Line Security. Most of you guys, most of them are okay. There's one guy in particular, if I ever see that fucking guy, he's going to be picking his goddamn teeth off the floor. He's going to be drinking through a straw for sustenance, for the next 3 or 4 fucking years. That's his own other story. Well, I'll give you another story as far as that goes. I actually had one from last night. I was like, you learn something. Trust, but verify. Yeah. I'll get to that in a moment, Mictodus. What? Jesus Christ. Everybody wants to fucking hit me up. Oh, Nick August going to be going live in 30 minutes. So is Terrence Pop. Well, I guess I'll tune into him for a minute just to listen to him, but no. He doesn't need my not that I like Terrence Pop. In fact, everybody go check him out if you haven't already. He also goes live on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what I usually listen to him, because there's no other competition. Everybody fucking streams, Thursday afternoons / evenings, depending on which coast you're on. It's always like a million fucking shows going on. I don't know what. Maybe I'm missing something. Actually, well, I guess since I'm doing it Thursday evening, I guess maybe albeit I'm doing it at a relatively non-competing time. All right. Anyways, I had another order again, from the same fucking place. And they paid. I would say overpaid as far as this goes. They ordered at a time where it wasn't, super busy, which I guess they can't really control for, They made it relatively easy, they came out and got it or whatever. And you want to know what they fucking ordered? And it was an exhaustive fucking laundry list of shit, meant to feed like a whole goddamn family of people. It was one goddamn strawberry and cream pie. Not that kind of cream pie. That's a whole different thing. But like one of those fucking just like one of those baked goods that any other McDonald's, it's gonna be like 99 cents plus whatever your local extortion rates are. it was an order that basically she paid me more than the goddamn item she ordered. I'm like, if this goddamn she was in, if I remember correctly, again, she was in like downtown Belltown, whatever it was. So she's in kind of one of those, like, I don't want to say assisted housing, but I think it's one of those, was it's like it's sort of subsidized, or it's kind of temporary housing or whatever. Basically, it wasn't one of the goddamn posh big high-rise places that we'll get to the moment. She actually paid me for my fucking time to do that. It's like, if somebody like that could fucking pay more than what they ordered. These fucking Dirks here, who live in live in these fucking big ass fucking high rises and shit. Like, what the fuck is the deal here? And it's not like there's some fucking culture gap, It's not like you just got off the boat here, dude. The fucking deal here. This isn't fucking Japan where that shit's kind of frowned upon. Yeah, exactly. One fucking strawberry cream pie. Hell, I've had girls sort of maybe maybe not under the table, but through other means for that other one, I'm just saying. Now here's the thing, and I told one lady this was the last run I had last night that it was one where I wasn't being paid. So I get there, and this is the second time I was there. And so what I did was I wanted to make sure of this, and to make sure something else I'm going to bring up in a moment. So actually, like ballpark figure, I don't know if you know what, but like, what's the average rate here? And what she says, you guys, take a while to guess how much it is. So I'll tell you this: it's in the four figure mark. It's like the rent starts, not median, not average. It starts at like $1,400. And trust me, I know other places out there. I mean, the rent starts more than that. It's like shit. Even years ago, it was like, I think, what was it? The studios are like $1,650, $1,700. And I remember the security guard who was there. He said, for whatever, I thought that you think like high rises or big condominiums or whatever you want to call it, which I don't know. Is one thing having a standalone place and you live in a condominium or a housing authority or whatever. It's a whole other. I mean, I can't see why somebody would invest quote unquote equity into a goddamn box that's into a fucking high rise building. I mean, but I figured, utilities are included. Oh no, all the utilities there, from the gas if you have it, to the electricity, to the water, to the sewage, the garbage, and whatever the hell the other ones are. I think that's all of them. That's not included. That's not included. If you have a car, you have to pay for a parking space. If you've got way too much shit and you have storage, you got to pay for storage. It is not a fucking it's an expensive fucking place to live, especially by my standards. So one could sort of make the argument like, okay, well, like they have to live frugal. Well, hell, I'm just now starting to order shit literally just because I want to try shit. But hell, you know what I do, and I don't pay nearly as much just for my housing costs is that. Like, fuck. Well, I'd be fucking getting my own damn groceries and cooking at home. Or I'd sign up for a goddamn subscription and it isn't much. Like, I think Blue Apron is one of them. Freshly is another one. I gotta have that shit done. Maybe you're taking the time to order a whole bunch of shit. And you're not paying for it. And then it gets better. So this place, it was like on the 22nd or 23rd floor or something like that. And the security guard gets on the elevator because he's going to, I guess, do rounds somewhere else or do something, whatever. He had security guard shit to do. And so he gets on first and he asks me what floor I'm going to. I'm like, 23rd floor, 22nd floor or something. And so he immediately says, okay, I'm glad you asked early because now we're talking to like the $2,300 a month range. Again, that's before fucking utilities, and God knows how much that fucking cost. I've seen some of the rates in some of these buildings, which are the smaller ones. That shit ain't cheap. So these guys are either they make enough money, they make like the 6 figs or whatever. They make enough money to either afford this shit outright, or, as I found, Amazon or Google or Microsoft or whoever, they actually subsidize, if not outright pay for it. So they're not even paying that expense. So you fuckers could afford the goddamn $1 or $2 or $3 that got me to bring shit to your goddamn front door. So you don't even have to fucking get dressed or put on shoes or, go out and potentially, run into a fucking riot or into the rain or step in human feces or some shit like that. Why the fuck would I want to? And I stop, I get to start, I think it's like 3 or 4 or something, like, especially if it's more difficult or I know your fucking name. I'm sorry, there's some names that I actually fucking remembered or written down or something. Like, you're either repeat offenders or you made it a fucking real pain in the ass. I still remember there was this one person. She literally was working at Amazon. Like, I finally get an order and she just starts fucking texting like, do you have my damn order? Like, how long is it going to take you to get here? Like, you're not moving an app. You can see where I am and where I'm moving and stuff real time. I noticed because I've ordered through a company contract for. So I know how this shit looks from their perspective. It's like, when are you gonna get here? Like, I'm like, okay, ET is 5 minutes. Like, well, it says 2 minutes. Like, will you let me fucking do my goddamn job? You realize I gotta fucking drive here, so drive to you, so I don't, so you don't have to get your own fucking order, right? I didn't say that. I stayed professional. By the way, raining its ass off that fucking night. Just remember that. Well, exactly, Dart. Hell, so like when Dark had me on his show, scroll back up here. When Dark had me on his show, literally before we went live, I mean, well, again, like, depending on time, it could be anywhere between 20 minutes because you have to get your, you have to prepare and then package it and all this stuff. And the guy has to, the guy or gal has to drive there. And sorry for you people who identify with other fucking, flavors of genitalia ice cream. So we're just going to talk about them. They have to get there. Then they have to run it to you. Hell, in the places I've written, like, literally the place that I ordered from was literally like around the block. And you want to know what? And I mean, they operate out here too. Hence, I'm able to order at home now. But I went to there's a truck. It's like one of those trucks that operates like a ghost kitchen. They make like burgers and wings that show under like a bunch of different names. You see, I had an extra just sketch you had to drive for. Yeah, like literally before I went on with a dark, I ordered a pizza. And it was from a place that I wanted to check out. Like they went in business like literally after I moved in. I'm like, dude, this shit looks good. I actually discovered that at a Nick Schulander's place, so I need to get back in contact with NickSchulander.com if you need some marketing done. Shit, if he still does that, I'm not sure. I need to get back in contact with him. Yeah, good. This he's literally delivered around the block. Like he could have fucking walked this over. And so not only did he get tipped through the app, more on that in a second. But I gave him an extra $5. Like, hey man, thanks for bringing this up or whatever. Here you go. I mean, so I do that shit myself. Like what Dark is saying here. Another one, I wanted to try the new chicken sandwiches that McDonald's had out. And literally there was I think it was like Tuesday night or something, I was coming back home from work, They're not around the block, but they're certainly not that far, like a mile or so away from my place. Don't worry, that's not gonna out where I fucking live because there's plenty of McDonald's around here. I don't know what the plural is for that, so sue me. But I figured I'd just go ahead and get it there. But not only was that line out around the block, but then when I went through there, like they informed me that for whatever reason the chicken sandwich they weren't available. Like I guess they have a limited menu after a certain point, and on the night. But they told me, if I order if I order through one of the apps, it was like they couldn't, like it's available there for whatever reason. So all right, fine, I'll see what that's like again. And so I ordered, and guy goes there. I guess the line got even worse. So poor guy had to sit there for like 20, 25 fucking minutes. So again, I give him like an extra $5 over the $5 or so that the app did. And so the reason I bring this up is what it does, before you place the order, it gives you actually a suggested amount, given the time that'll take there, the distance you have to go. Yeah, there we go. That's where Nick has been. All right, he got abducted by the space station. If it's inclement conditions, if shit's being set on fire, if they're even running during that time, they kind of tear it, and obviously you can adjust it, but that's the whole point. It's like I think for that McDonald's was like suggested files that you could adjust it up or down or whatever. So it's not like it's just like it's kind of an afterthought. Hey, maybe throw something in there. Because this guy has to go through this, or this gal has to go through this, or whatever. So it's not just a fucking culture thing. It's not like they don't know. It's not like, I came from this country, it's not customary here. It's like, no, you actively have to fucking go on this, And I checked last night when I was getting an order from, like I said, like one of those ghost trucks. Like they have trucks out here, that they serve different shit under different restaurant menus, all this stuff, and they operate in the parking lots that are now empty because there still isn't anywhere you could go. There isn't any events you can go to that you would have a lot of people drive to go park there. I actually checked to make sure if it was the same in Seattle as it is, where I live. Yeah, same fucking thing. I think around that it was like $5. So literally, I picked an address across the street from where his truck was located. It was still like it suggested $5. So you actively have to go in there and fucking put it to zero. And I still remember the place that I found out, like it's like $1,400, just for, the basic big studio that's in this building. I told her, like, like this is the last order I'm delivering to is not tipped. Like, and she was fucking offended for it. It was like, and she even said, like, these are the same people that work for Amazon, like, they not only make me doing my job difficult, they make her job, working for the front desk or doing anything for them difficult. Like, she has issues working with them. It's like she got offended for me too. It's like you're taking an extra step to being a dick. And so that's why I started doing a lot of what I do. Eric Clary, for whatever reason, he's doing some of his Asshole Consultings. By the way, assholeconsulting.com. You guys don't know who that is, go check him out. He started doing some of his Asshole Consulting video requests, late at night. And so I get one order, that they're actually paying, and literally they're around the corner. Then I get an add-on. It's like, well, first of all, it's you tend to get a lot of these from the Indian restaurants or the Mediterranean ones. This is one of the ones. I'm looking. I was like, okay, here's one of these, and I'm looking. It's already starting to get late. It's starting to get around the time, where I want to go to certain places that I know are going to be busy or going to pay. And okay. It actually says, this guy's order's ready. Like, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to wait for this other guy's order to get paid. I'm going to prioritize, like, you know what? He's paying. He's going to get his order first. Then another order comes in, like, after I get that one. Guy who also paid. He was in the area. He was in the same general vicinity that this other guy got paid for. It was at this, actually at this ghost truck. There was guy ordered a bunch of wings. By the way, I ordered stuff from them too, and they're big fucking wings, actually. And so I'm looking like this guy's order. I've got a few minutes also. You know what? This other guy's, he can wait. Hell, I almost didn't take the fucking order. I actually could have assigned myself from it. I've actually done that where because like, I recognize you, and you've been a problem husband, you've been a repeat offender. It's like, I'll sit on it for 10 to 15 minutes, if I'm doing something else, and I'll just fucking unassign. Like, call me a dick if you want. I don't care. I'm tired of dealing with this shit. Well, okay, like, I'm waiting. I wait till like the time this is ready, and I go up there, and he had just got his truck. Me and him have and the guy running the truck have a pretty good rapport. So I know he is. He knows who I am. I get there. Turns out the order hadn't even been fired up, because whatever his tab order receives order was work. So I had to get that one fired up. He is out of one of the items. Now I get in contact with with the customer orders, like, here, you need a substitute. And I'm going back and forth with him, like, letting him know what's going on. Hey, like, they didn't get your order. I just got it fired. But this guy, like, he's like, he's happy. He's grateful that I'm, doing what I'm doing, whatever, all that stuff. Another thing, I'd be like, take this shit for granted. Same. Sometimes they don't make it easy. They're at least thankful that you're doing this shit. A lot of times not. And that's another reason Mick was all take some of these. Maybe because I'm usually I'm the same way. Like I order Domino's pizza or something, you know, and I don't. Last I checked, they don't have an online tipping option, but you know, I always tip them like at least $7 or something. Even though the other place that I used to live at, you know, I know where the damn Domino's is, you know, like maybe I walk there, but you know, it's about a 4-minute drive. Still tip them pretty decently. Yeah, that's one reason to take you because you know I have the same kind of mindset. Um, you know, but I ended up, you know, I'm sitting there like before I even figured out this guy's order didn't even get made. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna sit back. I'm just gonna watch Eric Cleary's video. You know, like I even said, I said of a super chat. I was like, no, I'm sitting on somebody's order while waiting for a paying one to get made. You know, yeah, that's kind of a dick thing to do, but you know what? It's a real fucking dick thing. You know, you actively fucking remove the damn. You know, we actually just actively set it to fucking zero. It's like, what the fuck? No, I got, and I liked it. It actually reset it an app, like a different delivery time. It was the same. It was the same guy. You know, I had asked, you know, where I'd asked how much he was paying a rent, and you know, this guy lives in. He's paying over $2,000 a month, or you know, Amazon or Microsoft or Google or somebody is paying over $2,000 a month for you know him to live there. You couldn't throw in a fucking dollar, really? I mean, at least it wasn't $100 worth of fucking food. Like I've seen some of those. It was like you can tell it's like shit. There's like 20 fucking items on this dude, and this goddamn was like, nah, I reject those out. I was like, no, go fuck yourself. Or I do what I do is like I'll sit on it for 20 minutes. If I do something else, and I'll just fucking on the side. Like fuck you. I kick rocks. Oh, and again, you know, there's opportunity. Usually after that, I'll get one that actually does pay pretty decently, and it's fucking easier. It's quicker to run. So that's what happened with this guy. You know. Yeah, I mean, again, like I guess I am sort of bitching about this. I mean, that's kind of it's a dick thing to do, but you know what? It's just like I was saying with you know Chad Oakers. You know what? I mean, it's there's a fucking standards. You know, like when you're doing this shit. You know, especially when it starts costing you money, starts costing you know takes up your fucking time. It's like you know, I literally have better shit to do than run shit to you. And so like, well, I'll just I'll stop taking those fuckers. Who knows? You know, it's nice weather out. You know, and that tends to have a lot of that shit. You know, like okay, I've actually done this. I started getting a whole bunch of those fucking orders. You know, I started rejecting them. Like, you know what? Okay, world's trying to tell me something. I actually just fucking shut down. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give this 30 fucking minutes. And if I come back on and this shit's still happening, then guess what? I guess it's an early night for me to go home and start drinking. No, fuck that shit. I'm out. See ya. Bye. I will come back another day when you motherfuckers are actually, you know, where all you fucking dot Indians, ordering $100 worth of shit, you know. You can tell from the orders too. Hector is actually it's always the fucking vegetarian option, or maybe something is chicken. Now that I wouldn't actually do. Like I wouldn't fuck with the order. You know. Like I'll still deliver your order okay, you know. If for no other reason than you know, like that shit might actually get me in trouble. But no, I wouldn't do that. But I feel it. No, it's a better. It's better worth my time. You know what? There was that one night. There's actually what I started getting a bunch of those. Like, okay, it's getting close to the end of when I usually start wrapping up. Like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I made enough money. Even if I haven't made enough money, you know what? I mean, I've got up where I can literally say, "Go fuck yourself." I'm just gonna go do something else. No, no, like fucking shut down. Hung out for 30 minutes. Caught up on like the 100 or so messages I had on Instagram. Um, you know, answered some emails because I was behind on those too. I'm probably behind on those again. Sorry if you've emailed me something. I will get to it. I get to everything. Sometimes it just takes me time. I got other shit going on. So why would I fucking spend my time with again? I get an order like fucking this, just like 100 goddamn things. And then I gotta go some fucking side quest because someone else fucked up. You goddamn right. Yeah, you're gonna be a prick to me. I'm done. If I even take the time to deal with it, I'm gonna be a fucking prick to you. You know what? I'm fucking sick and tired of dealing with this shit. You took the time to order, for your entire fucking extended family, and then actively took the time to remove whatever, modicum of extra gratuity. You literally took the time to actually move that down to zero. I wanted to touch on this subject. I mean, this happened almost a month ago. I actually wanted to take the time to make sure, everything I suspected was true, basically. To actually talk about that. No, you know what? No, I was like, that's just not worth my fucking time. It's not worth my fucking effort, especially for what I'm used to getting paid. Again, I'm not making six figs. I'm not making, I'm not making a ton of money, but I get pretty, based on what I do, I get fairly well compensated for that. If I'm not going to get compensated for that, especially for the because I'm pretty damn good at what I do. If I'm not going to get compensated from that, especially, if you're like, I have names like, I actually, just stop. Like, I see the names like, all right, is this name though? You order a bunch. This is like the third or fourth fucking time I've seen this shit. Okay. Well, you don't see the name until you accept the order. That's one thing. Like, I go, okay, this might be easy. Let me see who this is. Oh, it's this asshole. All right. We get another run. Like, okay, this one's paying. Or I'll get a batch run, like. Or I don't know until I accept it. That's the great thing about being a 1099, by the way. Like, I don't have to fucking run these if I don't want to. I can leave if I want to leave. I can come back in whenever I want to come back in. Tell you, there's that level of freedom. Once you get it, it's kind of like getting your own damn place. You got just by yourself, and you, what do you call it? You get to set up how you want it. Once you get that goddamn freedom, man, it literally probably take me making six figures to actually go back, to be in a W-2. And I get those like, okay, oh, it's this asshole. This is like third or fourth fucking time. Like, okay. Yeah, unassigned. You actually do. You get alerted. You get an update when someone actually takes your order. I think they I might order something Saturday night. Which I'm sure might be expensive, but fuck it. I think they actually. I'll make sure of this because I forgot. I think you actually do get a name. So I'm pretty sure they see if you like unassigned or something. And I think again, just holding the standards. because I've done this. I've done this several times. Two repeat offenders, and one of the things I noticed actually is I'll get an order. It's like there's at least like $1 on it, and I mean, I'm not going to be uppity or something like that, you know. Especially if it's easier, it's a small order or something, you know. Yeah, I understand. You know, you don't want to overpay for a service. Totally understand. No, at least you threw it something. I appreciate that at least. You know. I noticed I got getting some of those orders, and then guess what? It's the same ones. It was the same repeat offenders that like I essentially, without saying it to their face or whatever, which I guess I would do it only because like they're a paid customer or something like that. They're a paid customer to their service, apparently not to me. Apparently, I wasn't worth it. It was actually some of those repeat offenders that started adding at least $1 something in. All right, fine. I'll go ahead and take it. No, you start holding them to sort of stands. They actually start getting. It seems like they're actually starting to get the message. So I guess if there's any takeaway from this, shit. If you know your fucking value, then fucking hold yourself to those damn standards. You're not wrong about that. Usually, most of the customers I have, most of them are pretty good. I actually like working for them, and up until last year, for most of the vendors that I like, it was the other drivers on the road. Some of the assholes. It will make you hate the human race. Trust me, it doesn't take the service industry for me to hate the human race. The reason I keep doing that, the reason I keep working is because it pays. Again, work is gonna suck in some way or another. It's whether it's worth your time. These people talk like not worth my time, so I'm not going to fucking take it. I mean, that's the point I'm making here. But for the most part, it does pay. Bad fact. I'm gonna be getting out here in a moment. No, we'll see how much it actually pays if it does. I'm just gonna. I got grocery shopping I need to do. I got most of my groceries curbside at Walmart yesterday before I went into work. I had my oil too. I got to change my oil in about a month or so. I finally have my oil back in stock, so I got some of that. At least I'll have to worry about that for another year or so. I run pretty good oil. Yeah, I got other shit I need to do. Taking the time to do that shit, get other shit handled. It's better than running these fucking orders. Hopefully, when these guys start getting rejected, I'm going to assume a lot because I've talked to other drivers actually too. As a final thing, I've talked to other people who work on the same platforms. And they notice this shit too. Enough fucking people start doing what I'm doing, start rejecting. Like they might start getting the fucking message. Either that or they start ordering through other platforms, and you know what? Guess what? I don't have to fucking deal with that shit anymore. You're not wrong, McDebus. But in defense of myself, for one, it allows me to utilize one of the skills that I basically owned over years, and frankly, I actually do enjoy. I enjoy driving. I like doing it. A lot of people they don't like commuting or whatever. That's a major fucking write-off. First of all, especially because I have to commute to and from there, and usually I'll be listening to Nick August. And get off here at the moment so I can go start listening to him. Or Terrence Pop or Dark Like Dugan or Masking Geek or whoever. Or Red Sings the Blues. He was live when I went live. I get to listen to that stuff, while I'm doing that or while I'm working out, mind you. There we go. Everybody just went live now. So I'm out of here in a moment. But I'm actually, I go, hell, I mean, Seattle, and that's the thing. But a lot of people who actually work in the service industry, kind of do the same thing. We actually, we get it because we got to work in the front lines. We actually see more eye to eye than not, honestly. You got the one asshat security person every once in a while that that story's coming up at some point, but most of the people actually do enjoy working with. So that's one reason, and like I said, maybe it doesn't pay a ton, but it does pay. And I like doing what I do. But you're not wrong. Hell, you'll email me some fucking ideas. Bacon at thegoddamnbacon.com. If it doesn't require going back to it doesn't require, going back into debt, for a college degree or whatever, I'm open game, sure. Yeah, I fucking told you, like, everybody's going live, and there's one listener of Chris Von Erich's Tony Bruno T21 something. Apparently he goes live on Thursdays too. Chris Von Erich, he does the Redlands. He does that at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays too. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I can't tune in, let alone mod all you motherfuckers at the same time. Because again, I'm on a computer and I'm doing my fucking job. Like, for Christ's sakes. We all have to fucking stream on Thursday nights. I don't know who that is. Let's see who all the fucking live. Yeah, there we go. Let them burn, waste it. Waste it. It's live. I'm a sharp. I don't think he's live. Oh. Yeah, it's not showing anyone else. All right, whatever. Yeah. I don't know why it's not showing Terrence Pop. Yeah, here we go. Get the damn list. Yeah, Tony Bruno T21 Surfer. He's live. Oh, yeah. There we go. Terrence Pop. He's live. Yeah, Donovan Sharp. He's live. Redlands coming up at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know why it's showing Terrence Pop twice here, but whatever. Wrestling's the Blues at 1,200 subscribers. Congratulations. Yeah, Christ almighty, man. All right. All right, I'm out of here. Final comments. We go. Sty has a future version of Bull Rush up in his panel right now. Oh, God. I can only... God, never seen a fucking present version of Bull Rush. And I'll give, here you go, final plug. He makes straight razors, of which I've gotten, I purchased one from him. Etsy.com /shop/Lazarus Razors. Oh, pretty good product. He's on a Nick August panel now, which I'm gonna go tune into now. Yeah, go ahead and give him a shout out. All right, Bitch Fest over. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Until next time. Until this Saturday night, actually. I'll see you guys then. So next time, stay dangerous, keep it tactical, and of course, above all else, be chaos, my friend.